This week.
Sony might have missed the 2-year anniversary of PSVR2 this past weekend, but that doesn't mean they didn't have something up their sleeve. After 2 long years, Sony finally dropped the price of PSVR2 from $550, or $600 for the Horizon bundle, down to $400 for either SKU. Now, this isn't the cheapest PSVR2's ever been, as we saw it get as low as $350 during last year's back-to-school sale and the month-long discount it got around the holidays. But I think we can all agree that this is a much, much more acceptable price for the average consumer out there. After a 4-month delay, we finally get the long-awaited release date for EXOcars. It's coming to PSVR2 this week on March 6th, with all of the car customization updates the game's gotten over the last few months. And if you saw my breaking news report on Thursday, you'll know the team made a massive misstep and announced that we wouldn't be getting wheel support on PSVR2. But you guys came out in full force and convinced the team to keep wheel support in, which is a major win in my book. Oh, and we also found out this week that it'll be running at 90 frames native on PSVR2. Keep in mind that EXOcars still won't be launching with any multiplayer support, but that's planned to be patched into the game later in the month. So you still haven't gotten Gorilla Tag in your region? Well, that's probably going to remain the case for a lot of you, but it is slowly eking its way out to other countries, as March 4th should mark the Canadian and South American release of the game. Summon the strength to ascend Mount Olympus, a legendary realm of gods and goddesses. Here, Olympians converge to determine the fate of mortals through an epic mini-golf odyssey. Putt your way through intricate temples, mythical landscapes, and challenging hazards on March 6th. We finally got some awesome news this week that Wanderer Fragments of Fate will be launching on PSVR2 March 27th. Not only that, but I can confirm that it'll run at 90 frames per second using dynamic foveated rendering, have real-time lighting, will feature adaptive trigger support on all 14 weapons, with custom headset rumble and controller haptics. If you already played Wanderer on PSVR1, then you know why I'm excited. But if you haven't played it, then just know that this has the potential to be one of the best VR games ever made. Stay tuned.
You're gonna stay there permanently. So we're gonna take you this way, drop you in, see ya!
Think you've got what it takes to outsmart the law? Where will you hide the body? Under the bed? Too easy. In a time machine? Now you're thinking. Lift, drag, and get messy to hide the corpse. Time's ticking and the cops are coming. Earn points by hiding evidence and erasing fingerprints, then spend those points to unlock quirky skins like zombie, superhero, disco, and more.
Trying to see if I can hide Bert in the toilet. Nice.
Experience the fast-paced action of Space Drop, where each level presents an adrenaline-pumping sequence, where you'll fly through warp tunnels dodging obstacles, collecting power-ups, shooting down asteroids, and more. With a vast variety of levels to conquer, each with its own difficulty, every jump becomes a true test of your skill and reflexes. Hop on your hover bike and dive into Retronika, where you'll fight challenging enemies, master 3D movement and shooting, and navigate vibrant cityscapes. Upgrade your bike, combine weapons, and tackle chaotic missions in this action-packed, story-driven, single-player experience. Alright, now to be clear, Retronika hasn't officially been announced for PSVR2, but the developers over at 4Player Studio sure seem interested in porting it over. Capture photos of legendary creatures like Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster in VR. Explore magical environments, unlock gadgets to trigger unique creature behaviors, and fill your compendium with rare shots while uncovering the secrets of the Bermuda Triangle. Monster Snap, which is clearly inspired by Pokemon Snap, isn't slated to release for at least another year on Quest and Steam, with a PlayStation VR2 version coming sometime after that. So it's probably time to bury your knowledge of this one deep, deep in the recesses of your mind. Teahouse of Souls exists between the afterlife and this world. Listen to various souls and serve the appropriate tea. Collect sunlight, water the seeds of emotion, and dry the leaves for them. The seeds of negative emotions grow into bitter tea leaves, and the seeds of positive emotions grow into sweet fruits. Enjoy the sound of gentle rain, firewood, birds, and grass beetles while your seeds of emotion grow. Gorn 2 claims to be a bigger, wilder, and stronger sequel than the first, with mighty new weapons to wield, treacherous new traps to avoid, and new power-ups to imbue you with supernatural strength. Enjoy Gorn 2's improved VR combat as you battle the 5 sons of the gods of the afterlife across an array of heavenly realms with in-your-face combat so irresponsibly violent, you'll check your headset for blood spatters when you're done. We talked a lot about the upcoming PSVR2 adventure of Lies and Rain on Monday's Gamescast, and this week I've got even more information to share with you about the PSVR2 version. According to the devs, the plan is to skip early access on Steam and launch the PC and PSVR2 versions on the same day, although that's kind of a ways off, so anything could happen between now and then. The PSVR2 version will be a faithful port of the PC build, not the Quest version, with playtesters reporting around 7 to 8 hours of gameplay. We'll keep you posted with more news on this one as we get closer to release. If somehow all these new VR announcements haven't been enough for you, the next VR game showcase on March 11th might be exactly what you're looking for. So far we know there'll be updates on Hitman World of Assassination, RoboQuest VR, Wrath Aeon of Ruin, Ghost Town, Prison Boss Prohibition, Deep Cuts, EXOshock, a brand new game from Triangle Factory, and new announcements from Flat to VR. It's all just 10 days away, so stay tuned. There's a ton of VR games on sale right now over on the PlayStation Store, with awesome kart racer Galaxy Kart half off at $10, single-player adventure Hubris 60% off, bringing it down to just $12, Arcade Paradise for just $12, and intense first-person shooter Into the Radius for less than $20. All of these games, at least in my opinion, are must-have games if you own a PSVR 2. Years ago, nDreams was one of the most prolific VR studios you could find, but these days they seem focused on, well, not releasing frenzies. One of their big games that never made it to PlayStation VR was Phantom Covert Ops, which, despite having an insanely generic name, was actually a really cool stealth game where you could do everything from a kayak. It was a dark game, which meant it would look amazing with the PSVR2 OLED panels. And if it was brought to PSVR2, it would be by far the most fun you could have in a kayak on the headset. Oh, and nDreams, if you're listening, bring back Shooty Fruity and Fract while you're at it. Every week, our good friend Professor Lilith organizes a multiplayer meetup over on our Discord. It happens every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern, and this week we'll be playing one of the best VR games ever made, Ancient Dungeon. If you can't make this week's meetup, don't worry. It happens every Sunday at the same time, so make sure you click the link in the description below and come join our Discord.
This week.